At the 2025 Grammy Awards, Jaden Smith turned heads on the red carpet, not just for his bold custom Louis Vuitton suit, but also for a striking accessory that left many questioning its meaning, a castle-inspired hat. Smith, always known for pushing the boundaries of fashion and self-expression, has a history of using his style to communicate deeper messages, and this headpiece was no exception. The choice of a vampire castle hat, as some have termed it, offers a fascinating glimpse into Jaden's eclectic mix of artistry, personal philosophy, and cultural commentary. To fully grasp the significance of the hat, it is crucial to consider Jaden's broader approach to fashion and public appearances. Over the years, he has cultivated an image that is both avant-garde and mysterious, drawing from an eclectic blend of sources such as fantasy, cyberpunk, and existential philosophy. His style is often a reflection of his own internal world and his constant pursuit of innovation and individuality. Whether it's his bold fashion statements or his musical experimentation, Jaden has consistently opted to wear his creativity on his sleeve. This latest accessory takes that penchant for artistic expression to a new level, perhaps even symbolizing a shift in his personal and professional life. The design of the hat itself is intricate and theatrical. The structure, which features a combination of spires, pointed arches, and Gothic elements, directly evokes images of a medieval castle, a place often associated with mystery, isolation, and power. However, the addition of a vampire element adds a layer of dark, supernatural intrigue. Vampires, as creatures of both myth and pop culture, have long been symbols of immortality, freedom, and rebellion, but also of solitude and detachment from the mundane world. These themes could be interpreted as metaphorical representations of Jaden's own artistic journey, one that often appears to float above the conventional, operating outside the mainstream in a realm where creativity knows no limits. In interviews surrounding the event, Jaden briefly touched on his interest in fantasy worlds and alternate realities, suggesting that the hat might be a nod to these themes. The castle is not just a physical structure, but a symbol of inner fortitude and self-containment. It's an emblem of strength, yes, but also of a certain type of detachment, a place where one is free to create without external pressures or limitations. By pairing this image with the vampire archetype, Jaden may be implying his own sense of autonomy in an industry that often demands conformity. The hat, in this sense, could represent a rejection of the traditional rules of fame and success, an embrace of a more ethereal, self-determined existence. Moreover, the connection between the castle and vampire motifs suggests an affinity for duality, light and darkness, life and death, public and private. Jaden has often spoken about the complexities of fame and personal identity, and this hat might be a visual metaphor for the tension he feels between his public persona and his private life. The castle, a place of both grandeur and seclusion, symbolizes his desire for both recognition and solitude. The vampire element underscores this tension even further, alluding to the idea of being immortalized in the public eye but feeling eternally detached from the world around him. Another layer to this complex symbolism can be found in the historical associations with castles as centers of power. A castle, by its very nature, is a fortress, a place where its inhabitants reign with authority and control. However, when paired with the vampire imagery, this authority is complicated. Vampires, often seen as outsiders, live on the fringes of society, operating in the shadows rather than in the public light. This could reflect Jaden's own position in the entertainment industry, an artist who refuses to play by the conventional rules of celebrity and fame. In this sense, the castle hat could be a statement of his unconventional power, one that is not defined by traditional norms but by his own vision. In keeping with his progressive outlook, Jaden's sartorial choices are also heavily influenced by his environmental and social consciousness. Known for his commitment to sustainability and innovation, he often incorporates elements that speak to a better, more conscious future. The hat, though undoubtedly eccentric, could be interpreted as a nod to the current global state, where the quest for power and control often leaves individuals feeling disconnected or isolated. The dark, Gothic tones of the castle imagery combined with the ethereal nature of the vampire might suggest that Jaden sees a need for both reimagining the structures that govern our lives and finding a way to coexist with the darker, more unsettling aspects of our world. By embracing these themes, he's creating a conversation about the ways in which individuals, especially artists, navigate societal systems that seem out of sync with their values. Additionally, Jaden's relationships with other cultural icons may also offer some insight into the significance of the vampire castle hat. He has frequently collaborated with individuals who share his passion for exploring alternative worlds and concepts, including musicians like Tyler, the creator, and designers such as Virgil Abloh. Their shared interest in blending high fashion with street culture, surrealism, and fantasy often creates a melting pot of influences that challenge traditional perceptions of art and style. This hat, then, might not only be a personal statement, but also a reflection of a broader cultural shift, one in which the boundaries between fantasy and reality, public and private, and past and future are increasingly fluid. Jaden's appearance at the Grammys also coincides with a period of creative transition in his life. His music, which has evolved from introspective tracks to more experimental sounds, mirrors the themes of transformation and reinvention that his fashion choices often reflect. The Vampire Castle hat could be viewed as a visual manifestation of this creative evolution. Just as he has explored new sounds and styles in his music, the hat is an outward sign of a new era for Jaden Smith, one in which he is embracing a more complex, layered version of his own identity. The reaction to Jaden's hat on the red carpet was mixed, as is often the case with his more unconventional fashion choices. Some praised it as a bold, artistic statement, while others were perplexed by its seemingly out-of-place design. However, this mixed reception is exactly what Jaden seems to be after. He has never shied away from being misunderstood or being a polarizing figure, and in fact, he seems to thrive on it. In a world where the pressure to conform to norms is immense, Jaden's hat can be seen as an act of defiance, a celebration of the freedom to be different and to express oneself in ways that are not always easy for others to comprehend. Ultimately, Jaden Smith's Vampire Castle hat is more than just a fashion statement. It is a reflection of his ongoing exploration of identity, art, and autonomy. By blending elements of fantasy, power, and attachment, Jaden has crafted a symbol that speaks to the complexities of fame, creativity, and the pursuit of a more individualized existence. As with much of his work, the hat leaves room for interpretation, allowing his audience to draw their own conclusions while simultaneously inviting them into his world, a world where boundaries are blurred and anything is possible.